Am I live? Nothing changed. Nothing has changed. Hopefully I am. If not, welcome back to Pills, Potions, and Poisons with me, NAllenRx. I'm a pharmacist. Is that what I said? But I'm not here in a professional capacity. However, I do have expert level knowledge and information that I can share with you guys. But there's one thing I need you to always remember when you enter the chat and the stream. What's that, Allen? I'm not your pharmacist. I'm not your pharmacist. I'm not your pharmacist. So what are we talking about tonight? Welcome back to me, who's been gone. Not been gone that long. I have to be taking a little sabbatical here and there. Because I already have stuff I need to do in real life, okay? Tonight we're talking about these tariffs, or whatever you call them, taxes, whatever. I don't know what it is. I gotta go and get my taxes filed. The deadline is approaching. I still have not done that. So our president, y'all's president, what is he talking about right now? Right now, the stock markets been going up and down every day. Every time you look around, I'm looking at my 401k. I don't know what kind of job y'all got, but the way my job set up, how these markets doing, it be affecting, my retirement. I'm just probably gonna get on out of there anyway. I'm like, can I just go and cash it out while we up a little bit? But maybe it's just me. Let me know what y'all think about that. I meant to create a poll before I got started. So every day it's up, it's down. It's like, oh, we're gonna put tariffs on these people. We're gonna put tariffs on this country. Then it's like, okay, well, the stock falling. Okay, what we doing? Oh no, I was just playing. Like, you need to make your mind up, Mr. President. So the latest thing, I heard this today. So this is breaking news, everybody. Listen up. You think it has nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with you, okay? He said today, he's gonna be announcing very shortly, very soon, that tariffs, major tariffs, are going to be placed on your pharmaceuticals. Hit the wrong button. I meant to do this. I mean, pharmaceuticals. Hopefully y'all can hear me. If anybody out there ninja watching, can I get a good in the chat for a sound check? So what we're going to do? Where are we at tonight? Class. I always give y'all my 5th grade lesson. I guess we have to say we in DC. We could be nationwide. We could be worldwide. So we can't say, oh, this state is known as the what state? We don't even know at this point. But what we do know is what our president got to say. So I'm going to share this with y'all first. We're going to listen up to him. And as y'all enter the chat, give me a good, let me know what y'all think about this. So let's start with that. Our dear Donald, our president. Have y'all heard anything about the latest tariffs being imposed, being put on pause? Let's see. That's what we want to do right here. One moment, please. This is a one-woman show. Okay. So we're going to listen to this. It's like 2 minutes, maybe a minute and a half. I mean, anytime listening to this could be too long, but let's hear it. Let's do that. And then let's do that. Welcome back to me. Yeah, I know I always got to stay gone long enough to get a little rusty. All right. Hope we have sound and visual.
Because,
Was that the beginning?
Because, we don't make our own pharmaceuticals, drugs, other things to get better. They're made in other countries. and you pay a number. I mean, the same package in our country compared to like London and other places is sometimes 10 times. 10 times more. Something that sells for $88 in London sells for $1,300 here, made in the same factory by the same company. And that's over. Total. It's over.
I hate to do this, but I can't help it. So, when he makes these kind of statements, do y'all just take it at face value? Because, I mean, it's not true. It's not true. I'm just going to tell you it's not true. But we can't, like, fact check him. You know, like, people fact check to him, especially not real time. But just to be like, there are drugs that are made in London. Like, he just pulled London out the sky for $88. And then, you know, we paying $1,300. I don't want to misquote him, but I'm going to go back just a little bit. That's not even true, though. He can't give you one example of a drug that's like that or pharmaceutical.
10 times more. Something that sells for $88 in London sells for $1,300 here, made in the same factory by the same company. And that's over. Total. It's over. They put all of their research and development on it, they put everything. But what they don't tell you is that these other countries are smart. They say you can't charge more than $88, otherwise you get $70. And the drug companies listen to them. But we're going to do something that we have to do. We're going to tariff our pharmaceuticals. And once we do that, they're going to come rushing back into our country because we're the big market.
He said, we're going to do something. We're going to tariff our pharmaceuticals. And once we do that, they're going to come rushing back, whoever they are. They're going to come rushing back here, I guess. But we're going to talk about that, too.
Because we're the big market. The advantage we have over everybody is that we're the big market. So we're going to be announcing very shortly a major tariff on pharmaceuticals. And when they hear that, they will leave China, they will leave other places because they have to sell, most of their product is sold here. And they're going to be opening up their plants all over the place in our country. We're going to be announcing that. So that's breaking news. Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news. That's what's going to happen.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking.
He said, that's breaking news. That is breaking news. What y'all think? What y'all think? I don't like it. I do not like it. Not one bit. He said, this is his thinking. This is the same person. Let's keep in mind that signed an executive order just a few months ago saying that he was going to, what did he say exactly? I did a stream on this too. Y'all really need to look at my streams. They're very informative and useful. That he was going to, whatever, I can't remember exactly what they called it. Maybe it's some kind of Project 2025 about the cost of drugs. They had a certain amount of drugs that they were going to help decrease the prices of. They were going to work with the drug manufacturers and whoever else they said they were going to work with and decrease the product. He was going to create competition, try to force people into getting generics, even though some drugs, they don't even come in generic yet. They don't even make them in generic. These drugs that are used to treat certain things, sometimes you have to have a brand name. You have to have that. But, you know, whatever. So what we're going to do, we're going to discuss this. What kind of effect it's going to have on y'all. And when I say y'all, I'm talking about y'all. Okay? And even though a lot of y'all voted for our president, and he is our president. I live here too. But because you thought, for some reason, you thought you were a part of his billionaire boys club, friends club, but you're not. The stuff they doing, that ain't for you. What they doing right now with all these tariffs and taxes, what exactly is a tariff? I always be like, you know, need to know exactly what I'm talking about. Let's define tariff. What is a tariff? Because I'm like, what is it taxes or what? Y'all know y'all didn't know either. Y'all don't know. A tariff is a tax or duty imposed by a government on goods and services imported from other countries, essentially acting as an extra charge to make foreign goods more expensive and potentially protect domestic industries. That means if we are getting our stuff from over the seas, over to somewhere else from other than here, then they're going to charge them a little bit extra to bring it in. So that means that if we got some here, that they can produce for a cheaper price versus the other people, versus even us shopping from over there to get our products and parts and things of that nature. It's going to cost us a little bit more. So you want to keep all the money at home. The money stays home and in house. The theory behind it is cool. You see what you're trying to do. But I told y'all this. I think the last stream I had, we have new people coming to office. You're thinking like these people, you think, okay, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna clean house. Because remember when Elon had y'all all on edge thinking about y'all when y'all were gonna have to report to him about what y'all was doing at work, stealing time and stuff. Y'all remember that? And I was saying who was going to do the job if Elon fired everybody, if they didn't send in the right answer or any answer. I guess all that just went away. It just be like, what's the headline for today or this week? Really? I mean, let's keep it real. But so I guess y'all got to keep y'all jobs. I still got mine too. Anyway, they get these new people coming in. They think, oh, we're going to clean house. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And it's like, you can't even do it like that. You can't just come here and cancel this out and then just put that there in place. It's levels to this. It's steps to this. We got to, you got to learn the system. And you can't just be, unless you're the president and President Trump of all people, unless you're him, you can't just be saying stuff and just thinking people just going to take it. Some of y'all just think y'all were just everything, right? All these lies y'all be telling is silly. We know. We already know. Okay, so let me pull up this. It's the latest. This is the most recent information. We're going to go with CNN. Y'all know I be wondering some of these news sources online, major news outlets, are they even reliable? And I can give y'all, of course, some real life examples because I'm telling y'all, every day I'm looking at my 401k. I've been working at this job. I've been there over 10 years now. And the writing is on the wall. My company that's sold out. They're selling out to somebody else right now. I don't even know. They ain't telling me I have to keep this information private. I mean, I'm going to say it. And I'm like, what about this, employee stock option approach? The stock options? Can't even do that no more. Can't even do it no more. They say don't cancel out. I'm like, cut me a check. Go and give me my money back because clearly at this point, the price of this per share at this company is not even worth the while. Let me get out now. But then they be freezing and you can't even do nothing, while they messing with it. You can't buy, sell. You can't do nothing with your shares. They frozen. It's like, hello, you playing with it. It's mine. Allegedly, it's supposed to be mine. Why I can't do nothing with it? I tried. I'm up in there like, when can we pull this money out then if we can't do nothing with that part of it? And I'm like, in this 401k, it's going down thousands of dollars a day. Like literally, I'm like, I don't care about no penalty. I got stuff I need to do with my money right now anyway. I'm just saying. Okay, so let me share this while I'm talking. Like that, y'all. Okay. Sometimes I'll be forgetting, sometimes I don't. Okay? And then sometimes I do again. Can't find what I'm looking for. I forgot what I was looking for, actually. Hold on, y'all. Y'all gotta have some patience. I mean, it's late anyway. I cannot find what I'm looking for. Oh. Hold on, y'all. Why won't this let me put my... Okay, anyway. Shoot. Let's see where we at. Share this. Add to the stage. Jocelyn, hey girl, surprise, surprise. She says, hey y'all. Hey, so you can hear me? Y'all know, I don't have nobody in the chat. I be like, can y'all hear me? Y'all can see me? She hits me with the $9.99. Thank you, girl, for the little tip. Jocelyn, hey. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. I do. Y'all know who this is. Y'all know my family in the chat. I ain't gonna tell you, my family, Jocelyn A, and Allen, all that's the same. She says, yes, I can hear you. Thank you for the feedback. Watch me perk up. Watch my whole energy change. Watch my light just start vibing out. I'll be like, man, shoot, it be hard talking to yourself like that. I mean, even though I do get a lot of practice talking to myself in the bathroom mirror, I talk to myself all the time. But thank you for Jocelyn A for showing up, showing me, and supporting the stream with your financials. We like the money that folds, but we like the money that jingles, but we prefer the kind that folds. Okay? I be forgetting what I got on here. Okay, so what was I looking for? I was looking for, hold on. I gotta stop sharing this real quick because I can't find what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is, okay, Jocelyn, hey, while we waiting on me to get this together, what do you think about these tariffs that Trump has been imposing? You work for a major company. I ain't trying to put your business out there, but she worked for IBM. Yeah. She just have a real job. She has a profession, okay? Don't play with it now. These people, they got all these computer science and all these degrees. Okay, they got these degrees. Okay, Jocelyn, what you think? Do you be checking your 401k? You need to look at it. Because on mine ain't doing, I don't feel like it's doing what it need to be doing right now. I'm like, boy, this thing looks like it went down by a couple $1,000s every day. What we doing? What we doing? Our president like, we gonna put a tariff on everybody. Tax them all. We're gonna put a tariff on them. We're gonna put a tariff on China. We're gonna put a tariff on them. Oh, y'all think that's it. We're gonna put a tariff on your pharmaceuticals, which are already too expensive for a lot of y'all to pay for. Jocelyn, you the sponsor of the stream so far. I'm gonna put your name in the banner at some point, my darling. She says what? She says, I've been staying away from that negativity because it is all negativity. The way they're taking our money right now, the way they're taking our money, they're like, oh, we're gonna match it 4 or 5%. Okay, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need what I put in there. I'm gonna need all that right now. While y'all playing, okay, it's like, man, the stocks done went down 8,000%. Now they back up, but they ain't up. I mean, they ain't up. And the company I work for, y'all know we was booming a couple years ago. And about 20 years straight before that incident. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What happened in 2020 or 21, whatever year it was. Y'all know the place I work at, they was making millions of dollars a day at each location. Okay? But I can't get into too much of that. You're right, Jocelyn. Try to stay away from negativity. I try to do that as well. But I'm like, I need to go get serious about my YouTube because I'm gonna have to pull out this thing. When I pull out, some of y'all is like, oh, what's this show? Jerry Maguire. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? Because I'm leaving. Where we going? Because they all the same right now. For too many years in this relationship. Okay, that's why I can't say it ain't that serious for us to quit, but it is that serious right now. Okay, so here we go. I got what I was looking for. Thank you, Jocelyn. Okay. Okay. Is it up there? All right, here we go. Thank you, Jocelyn. The condemned man says, oh, Thank y'all for entering the chat. And if you're in the chat, y'all know what I like for y'all to do. Regulators. We regulating the tariffs. We regulating the taxes. We regulating your drugs. Regulators, mount up in the chat. Mount up. Get in the chat. Get down in the chat. He says, we outside right now? Are we outside right now? We're not outside right now. We're on the internet inside. I told you I don't go outside, okay? I'm trying to I'm thinking about going out there, but it's outside, it'd be like the same old stuff outside. Y'all know I don't be signing. I should have signed in on CNN because I actually do have a sign in on here. Okay, but anyway, stop seeing this ad. I don't want to see no ads, okay? How can I do this? I always be doing this, y'all know. Oops. How can we go down here? Trump drug tariffs would drive up prices, worsen shortages before any boost to U.S. manufacturing, experts warn. That's what they say. I'm not interested. Don't show me no ads, okay, Google? How can I do this? Okay. Don't look at that, y'all. Okay, so what happens? What am I doing? Hold on, y'all. Let me take this down. Are you outside right now, condemned man? Let me know if y'all outside right now. Or if y'all are in the house. Because right now, I'm in the house. I live in the house, okay? This is where I reside. How can we X this? Okay, here we go. All right. We're going to be announcing very shortly. This is what I played for y'all. A major tariff on pharmaceuticals. That's what the president said on Tuesday at the National Republican Congressional Committee dinner. Okay. Her name Anna Moneymaker. Is that her real name? Because I like that. Major tariffs on pharmaceutical imports are coming soon. President Donald Trump says, pledging that they'd help bring drug manufacturing back to the U.S. while lamenting that other countries pay much lower prices for the same medicines. That's not true. That's not even true. That ain't true. And really, to be honest, we take a lot of drugs here in the United States. Let's just keep it real. Other people ain't doing all that, okay? Instead, patient advocates and drug supply chain experts warn tariffs are likely to drive the price of medicines higher and exacerbate already dangerous drug shortages. Yes, okay, that is so true. Whether they influence manufacturers to make more drugs in the U.S. is a source of debate, and any increase in production is at least several years away. Let's come on. And let me say this. He's talking about China putting the tariffs on China. They don't make a whole lot of drugs in China like that, okay? The drugs ain't even coming from China. These manufacturing companies and all these people, they're not in China. Y'all want to know where they are? They're in India. But they're getting like the made in China stuff confused with like the products and these toys and I don't know, Nokia phones. I don't know. But all this other stuff is coming from China. Those kinds of goods. But the drugs and the active ingredients and the fillers, that ain't coming from no China. We can just stop talking about that. That ain't in China. And I'm front line, okay? I'm telling y'all this because I know this. This is a fact. Okay, check it if you want to. We're going to be announcing very shortly a major tariff on pharmaceuticals. Okay, we just said that. Medicines have been exempted from the president's Liberation Day tariff announcement April 2nd. Did y'all get that announcement? Because I didn't. Causing the industry to breathe a brief sigh of relief because it's like, okay, we're going to put a pause on it. Okay? And we're not going to even first when he was like, we putting tariffs on everything, everybody gonna lock down. But we ain't gonna talk about the drugs, okay? We ain't gonna leave y'all safe right now. $1 billion boys, y'all good. But now you like, hold up. Okay. The president had also exempted the industry from the tariffs he imposed on his first term. So he really wasn't messing with the drug game. Why is he over here now trying to see what's going on? In his tariff speech last week, Trump said it was a tremendous problem that the United States can no longer produce enough antibiotics to treat our sick. What is he even talking about, y'all? That is crazy. That's okay. That sounds so crazy to me. Okay. That's crazy. He says it's a problem. It's major, big problem, tremendous problem that the United States can no longer produce enough antibiotics to treat our sick. First of all, it's a limited number of antibiotics in general, like just at all. And when I say that, I mean you got, first line, you got certain every levels to everything that we doing right now. You got maybe you got your little penicillin, amoxicillin, stuff like that to augment all that little stuff. You got them. Then you got your big guns. You got your Cipros, your Levaquin. Then you step it up, but it's still limited amount. That's why when they tell y'all to take these, when y'all going to the dentist or wherever y'all got some kind of infection, take all the medicine. Take all of it. And you don't. They be like, finish it. But y'all don't finish it because next time this thing mutates, it changes. The bug that you had the last time, the infection you had is going to get worse. Then these antibiotics are not going to treat it. Then you got some kind of drug-resistant infection. And then they run out of antibiotics. You in the hospital trying to get IV, and then you got some kind of infection where you got to be quarantined, isolated into a bubble, into a room where other people can't come in because you got some infection that's like deadlier than deadly. Like, what's wrong with y'all? So it's only it's a limited amount. It's a limited amount of drug classes of antibiotics anyway. So for him to say that sounds, I wonder how I need my healthcare professionals to get in here because y'all be working these night shifts. Sometimes y'all work late. Y'all work in the pharmacy late. Y'all in the hospitals. Y'all working everywhere. Y'all in these senior living homes. Y'all in nursing homes. Y'all in all kind of places. Y'all need to come on here, get in this chat and talk with me tonight because when y'all hear that, it's like, what is he even talking about? I want some feedback from y'all. And even if you're in the audience and in the audience, because this is being filmed in front of a live chat audience. I really like to say that. Give me some feedback. I like how y'all getting down in this chat. Okay, well, I'm going to come to y'all real soon. Nina says, I'm going to go ahead and pull this up because Nina is speaking on behalf of all of you. And when I say all of you, I mean all of you in the chat right now. I mean all of you on the replay after the show. And I mean all of you out here in the world. I'm saving some because that's what y'all be doing. That's what y'all be doing. Y'all be saving some of these antibiotics. Y'all got a little amoxicillin, couple of capsules in your drawers at home, in your kitchen drawers, because that way y'all keep your. If you keep your pills in your drawers in the kitchen, put a 1 in the chat. If you keep your leftover pills in the drawers or in the cabinet in your bathroom, put a 2 in the chat. I need to make a poll. If you keep your pills, your leftover pills that y'all ain't taking, if you keep them in the kitchen drawers, put a 1. If you keep them in the bathroom, in the cabinet in the bathroom, put a 2 in the chat. All right. That's what y'all doing, Nina. Let me know. Okay. Hold on just a second. Because Nina, I know Nina's speaking on behalf of y'all. I'm going to do this too, though. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that. Hold on. Where I'm at. Hold on. We're going to do this. Not this. What is this? Thank y'all for entering on my poll. I need to make a poll. I ain't going to do that right now. I do see a 1 and I see a 2. Thank you, Nina Simone. You saving some for next time. Nina, you don't be acting right, man. Told y'all about doing that. Okay, so let me pull this back up. I lost my cursor. Thank you, Nina, for telling us the truth and for keeping it honest, because people don't believe telling the truth no more. What is this? Okay, let's go back to it. Where was I? Thank you, Nina. Y'all know me, know how to do this. Okay. In his tariff, he said there's a tremendous problem that the United States can no longer produce enough antibiotics to treat our sick. That problem may get worse if tariffs come into play. Experts warn while agreeing that it's a problem that needs fixing. Okay. The impacts of tariffs could be largest for generic drugs, which make up about 90% of the medicines prescribed in the United States, and many of which rely on ingredients made in China and India. They giving China way too much credit. Most of them made in India. I keep telling y'all that. Okay. Anyway, generic drugs, whether they're antibiotics, diabetes, to lower cholesterol. I wonder why they chose that of all drugs. Sell for pennies per dose, said Tom Krause, Vice President of Government Relations for the American Society of Health Systems Pharmacists. Oh, the pharmacists have entered. We have arrived, guys. We here. I ain't even know that was in there, okay? Pharmacists, stand up, because we need to be speaking on it, Craig. Speak on it. Okay, increasing the cost of ingredients that go into them can make it so that it's no longer profitable to sell that drug in the United States, because that's what they finna do. Okay, we be like, these drugs cost pennies. Okay, what are we even talking about right now? What are y'all even talking about? Because y'all being silly. Okay, so like these drugs, they cost pennies to make. They cost pennies. Okay, and the other people, they got all these sweatshops and all these. Can I say that in there? Drug shortages could get worse. All right, we already got drug shortages. Okay, shortages of antibiotics are a major problem in the United States. Antimicrobials are among the most common drugs to be in short supply, with 40 active shortages in the United States as of the end of 2024, according to data from the American Society of Health System Pharmacists. This is probably true. Antibiotics currently in shortage include amoxicillin, commonly used for strep throat, ear infection, and bacillin, crucial for treating syphilis infections. And you're mostly going to get that in your doctor's office, okay? Because we don't be wanting to order that kind of stuff. We don't be wanting to order. We don't. Okay? So, next. U.S. Cancer Centers warn drug shortages continue impacting. Okay. Other especially precarious medicines include sterile injectable drugs used in hospitals. Those can be products as simple as IV saline bags or injectable dextrose used in emergency settings, as well as cancer chemotherapy drugs. They're required to be manufactured under pristine conditions and have been in shortage for years because of low prices and market disruptions. When they be like pristine, it's got to be sterile. That's the word they want to use. Pristine sounds like we talking about a museum or something. I don't know. Or cleaning up a bathroom somewhere. It's sterile. That's the word they want to use. Okay. Next. Added costs to already low margin products may be a tipping point for companies to discontinue production. Y'all know I told y'all before about these orphan drugs and things of that nature. It's like they just stopped prescribing them. And not because they stop prescribing them, they stop manufacturing them because it's not worth the money to make them because they're not selling anyway. Okay. Why is that? A drug shortage. Okay, Aaron Fox, she's some drug. Okay, from the University of Utah Health. Utah ain't really okay. I'm worried we'll see discontinuation and a less resilient supply chain if companies quit making essential products. Okay. An estimated 40% of generic drugs have only one or two suppliers making their ingredients, said Rena Conti, an associate professor at the Boston University Questrom School of Business. Okay. So is it, okay. She a professor. Okay. She, it'd be different. It'd be practice and theory, but whatever. Maybe she worked for a drug company too. Okay. 40% have one or two suppliers making their ingredients. One or two suppliers. That's not true. It's a lot of them, but a lot of them are going out of business. That's a pretty fragile supply. If one of those manufacturers exits, well, then we're in a little bit of a pickle, causing challenges for pharmacies and hospitals in stocking the drugs in the coming months. Consumers, meanwhile, could have trouble finding the medications they need when they go to the drugstore. Then y'all coming in there getting mad at us because you're like, why don't y'all have it? Why don't we have it? You act like this is personal, and it's not. I came here last month for my drug. Okay. And I had this same issue. Okay. What's the problem? Well, you voted for no. Well, you're not the only one taking this drug. This kind of stuff. It depends on what kind of day it is. We might come at you with something like that. A lot of people looking for the same drug. Believe me, I'm not holding it hostage. If I had it, I would give it to you. I want you to get it because I want you to get out of here. Well, what you need? And shut up. Okay? That's the main thing I want you to do. Be quiet. I'm going to give it to you. If we got it. It's not our fault. We order from a company. They send it to us if they got it. If they don't, they can't. Y'all, come on. What's hard to understand about that? I know you're frustrated. We know you're frustrated about your medication. We already know. We get it. We get it. Okay? But this is why. If y'all watching my streams, y'all will know why your medicine ain't in stock. I'm giving you all the information you need. Do y'all like to listen? And when one manufacturer is the sole supplier of a medicine, prices often rise. Okay. That can sometimes be astronomical, even for generic medicines, such as when Martin, who is this? Strelly? Known as the Pharma Bro, who is that? Raised the price of medicine used by people with HIV from $1,350 to $750 overnight, baby. Public and political pressure has made moves like this less common, but they still occur. They do. And when I told y'all last week, we was talking about Tamar, or maybe 2 weeks ago, I don't know. We're talking about Tamar in the prep. I told y'all these drugs were high. I told y'all that. They like $1,350 to $750 overnight. Shoot, sometimes it be per pill, per dose. You just never know. I told y'all they're expensive. And when I told y'all, I said, look, y'all don't understand. When this man signed an executive order saying that they not going to, he's going to start working, you're going to cut out this department and that department and research and development. And, we're going to stop working with the drug manufacturers and we're going to try to drive competition. It's like, yeah, that sounds good. And we're going to make people, give them generics, get generics. It's like, okay, but some drugs don't come in generics. Some of them don't. Enough of them know that you can't really, drive this because people can do stuff like this right here. Go from $1,350 to $750 because they know they got a name brand drug that people need. Certain class of people, special class of people, they need these drugs. And y'all gonna end up still paying for it for them because they can't afford this. I don't care who it is. Other than Magic Johnson. I told y'all that too. Y'all need to listen. Listen. But for many generic medicines, especially sterile injectables, it may be difficult for manufacturers to pass along price increases, says Dr. M.W. Wasanaska. Where's she from? A senior fellow at Brookings Center on Health Policy. Where is that? They getting rid of these sound like a DEI job. One reason is immediate. Group purchasing organization contracts, okay? What about it? All hospitals use GPOs to contract for sterile injectable generics used in inpatient settings, with those contracts locking in prices but not quantity. Nina Simone, talk to us about this. Don't you be doing something like this? I don't know if you do purchasing. What you be doing to hospital networks? I ain't trying to put your business out here or nothing, but you know, these folks be having important jobs, man. I'm telling you, they be. Nina, speak on it, Nina. If you're still in the chat, get down in the chat. Okay? Those contracts generally okay. Those contracts generally last 1 to 3 years, she noted, and may limit price increases. Moreover, there are laws that make increasing prices faster than inflation a problem for a drug company, okay? This is a whole other person talking. Partner Phalanx Investment Partners, who spend years as a financial analyst following the drug industry. So I'm not sure how they would even be able to pass along the increase. That's what I'm saying. How you just gonna be like tax, tax, tax? And it's like, okay, you gotta be balances, checks and balances, okay? All right. Pricey medicines may get pricier. Y'all, I see y'all. Hold on. Pricey medicines. I see y'all Zippy, Monjaro, Discovery. I see y'all. The stuff that's already high that most average Americans, y'all don't know how much it costs. Okay? But they high and they only getting higher. Okay? For branded medicines, listen, those that still have patent protection and don't face cheaper generic copycat competition. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I'm saying it. I'm like, some of these drugs, they don't even come in generic. There's not a generic in the same class. There's no generic to compete with these drugs. So how are you driving competition when it ain't no competition? It's like you don't compete when you don't compare. They be saying it all the time on YouTube. There ain't no competition. There is no competition. It's not. It could be a different story, okay? There, it would be tariffs from Europe that could hit hardest. With a huge amount of drug manufacturing in countries, including Ireland, which has a favorable tax environment. What? For branded medicines, those that still have patent protection and don't face cheaper generic copycat competition, it could be a different story. There, it would be, okay, tariffs from Europe that could hit hardest. Okay, they can't do nothing with brand drugs. It just is what it is. You're going to pay what it is or not. Ingredients for branded drug make up only 10% of the total cost to produce a product. So if that 10% rises by 35%, the overall impact on production costs is relatively small because it's already high anyway. Okay. Trump also plans to impose 25% tariffs on autos, chips, and pharmaceuticals. When they had that debate where they were talking about people were eating the cats and dogs, and I was like, they keep talking about making these chips here, making these chips here. I'm like, sometimes I'll be like, I'm like, huh? What? I don't even know what we're talking about right now. I was like, what chips? They like people in the chat like, not Frito-Lay in Allen. Because I was like, what chips do they keep talking about? Why are we even talking about these chips? And I was like, oh, microchips. Sometimes I don't be getting it. Unlike with generic medicines, makers of branded drugs have more cushion to absorb price increases, okay? But he doesn't think they will. They ain't gonna do it. It ain't them. These costs will be passed on, leading to higher drug prices. For consumers with insurance, that likely means higher premiums and potentially higher out-of-pocket copays. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now, y'all already don't want to pay. You got $10 copay. Lord, don't let it be $100. Okay. Already, the U.S. pays the highest prices for drugs in the world, an imbalance Trump has targeted in the past, and one of the few issues that puts him in agreement with lawmakers, said, like Senator Bernie Sanders. Shout out to Bernie. I like Bernie, man. Tariffs will exacerbate that problem, said Meredith Banksy. Okay, who is this? We got to make sure we got some people that's worthwhile speaking to. Okay, advocacy for patient affordable drugs. What is this even? What is even this? Prescription drugs aren't luxury goods. They're essential to people's health and survival. Yes, it is. Political and public scrutiny could stop drug makers from raising prices precipitously, with one Wall Street analyst even begging the industry in a research note to avoid passing tariffs along in the form of higher drug prices for that reason. Who is Umar Rafat, an analyst with financial firm? Okay, he wrote in March, okay, note to clients that he heard from multiple CEOs that they may have to pass on some of the impact as a price increase. Y'all, let me see. What do y'all think about this price increase? Y'all don't take drugs? Okay, maybe I can put this in a poll. We could start by asking, how many people take one or more drugs a day? I mean, not how many. Let's see. I don't know. Let's see. One moment, please. Let's pause this for a second. Prescription drugs. Put a pill, put an emoji on here. I'll be worried about the wrong thing. Y'all stay with me. We still here, okay? On the road again. Let's do that. If you see the poll, interact with the poll. This is anonymous. I don't know who's doing what. Okay? All right, so y'all go ahead and y'all interact with my poll. Oh, how did I do this last time? Stay here with me, y'all. How did I? I'm gonna mess up. I forgot how I how did I? If y'all see the poll, interact with the poll. Do y'all see the poll? Oh, and let me like this. Thank you, Jocelyn. Okay, I'll do that later. Okay, so yes. Okay. Let's get back to this. There is already a price discrepancy. Did I say this already? Okay, a price discrepancy on many drugs between U.S. versus Europe. Why we on? I need to learn some geography because I mean, what are we talking about? We talking about Ireland. We talking about India. We talking about where else we at? China. All these places are China's in Asia. That ain't the same continent, is it? Okay, raising prices in U.S. will add more fire to this burning issue, potentially backfiring in a big way. I hate when they talk like that. Is it just me? It's like add more fire in a big way, in a major It's going to be major tariff. It's going to be like the bad man. Remember George Bush said it was like the bad man, the bad people. Why we so elementary in the conversation? You know I speak how I speak, you know, when I'm not at work. But they at work. They shouldn't just be like big, major. You know, I mean, okay, yeah. Anyway, in a big way by accelerating conversations in Washington about bringing back a plan from Trump's first administration to tie U.S. prices to those paid in other similar countries, known as the most favored nation policy. Okay. Drug makers may run out the clock. And even as drug shortages may worsen and prices increase in the nearer term, experts are skeptical that tariffs would achieve their main stated goal of bringing drug manufacturing back to the United States. I don't see it happening. I don't see it. It's like they're trying to bring all this stuff back, all this manufacturing business back to the United States. They shipped all the stuff overseas because it was cheaper in the first place, didn't they? That means they got to get all these factories. I just don't feel like we in no kind of industrial revolution right now. Is that the right way to say it? That's not where we're at right now. We like more, you know, even with technology, it's in these chips, you got to build a factory so that they can come make that stuff in there. People got to get them jobs. And I'm going to tell y'all right now, people are not even working a regular job right now. They're not working. They don't want to work. So y'all going to bring all these factories back over here for who to work there? Because people trying to figure out however they can get a job working from home or working from nowhere, not going into some plant, even though them plant jobs be good jobs. Shout out to they be good jobs. They working at Exxon. They working at Tyson. Them, you know, these plant jobs. They be good jobs. They be good jobs. But I don't see, maybe because of where I work at, people don't want to work. Nobody wants to work. People want to be doing stuff like what I'm doing right now. Speaking of that, you know, y'all better get in here, get active with my poll. I'm trying to figure out how to pin this poll. Can I pin this poll? Do you pin a poll? Do I do something else? Y'all not voting on a poll. Get in here, get active, get down in the chat. It should be at least 7 votes on here. Y'all need to get in here. I don't know why y'all be acting like this stuff y'all need to know. Y'all don't want to talk about grown-up stuff. Okay, so let's get back on it. But seriously, nobody wants to go out to, would you consider a plant job a hard labor type job? I don't know. Because, you know, you still operating machinery. But who's going to work these jobs if we get these plants built and you got to have space to build them? They probably trying to build them places up in my little town where I'm from. Shout out to Lake Providence. Don't take all them things. They got enough. It's enough business going on up there. And then they be some kind of plant letting off some kind of fumes and poisoning the whole city. I'm just saying, I hate to be like, you know, we got to think about that kind of stuff too. If they do that though, if I'm like, I'm going back home working for research and development. Okay. I'll get back into research, even though I said I wasn't. And okay, is that what I said? They said they're gonna bring this manufacturing back here. I don't know why they don't do that. Global supply chains are complex, with pharma among the most. Okay, this is another pharmaceutical analyst with some financial firm. Okay, he wrote in his note. It's not as simple as moving where someone screws in little screws to make an iPhone. Oh, I felt like that was kind of like, because all these jobs are important now. Don't be like that. But it ain't that simple when you're making drugs. Let's call a spade a spade. Okay? Global supply chains are complex with pharma. Okay, I just read that. Seigerman, this is what this person says. Who is that? Is that him? RFK intends to keep financial interest in some lawsuits brought by a firm that challenged pharmaceutical companies. What? We need to read that article next. What did I say? Keep financial interest in some. Oh, he see, these people, they got a lot of personal stuff going on. They mixing a lot of business with pleasure with our president right now. He got too many friends up there. Okay. This person, Seigerman, predicted that most large pharmaceutical companies are likely to look at imposed tariffs with the intention of running out the clock, waiting until the end of Trump's presidency to consider more permanent manufacturing decisions. They like, we ain't gonna even make this decision while you're here right now. We ain't TikTok, baby. This is not TikTok, okay? This is big pharma. You don't want to play with them. Those people are gangsters and regulators. Still, some major pharmaceutical companies have made large investments in domestic manufacturing recently. Eli Lilly, who making all y'all drugs right now. Weight loss drugs, all that stuff. Anything that's anybody you probably ever heard of, Eli Lilly, they somebody, okay? Eli Lilly, Merck, GlaxoSmithKline, somebody maybe I think about them, Altiva. I think they got about our activists. Eli Lilly, they up there, okay? Said in February that it would invest an additional $27 billion because they got it. I'm telling you. $27 billion, billion with the B, to build 4 manufacturing plants in the U.S. with the potential for tariffs in mind. They like, okay, we're going to build it. Okay. The company said it anticipates that the plants could start making medicines within 5 years. Okay. We're trying to do this quickly because I think there'll be constraints in everything from supply chain of building materials to energy. Oh, I didn't even think about that. And we know they coming from China. So even if they want to bring the plants and manufacturing back here, we still need to ship parts from other countries to even build our buildings and to make our robots to help that y'all say gonna take our jobs. Man, it's getting deep. I think there will be constraints in everything from supply chain of building materials to energy. Energy. Lilly CEO David Ricks, he know what he's talking about. Ricks also said the plan to build so many new domestic plants relies on renewal of certain favorable tax provisions for the industry. Drugs ain't going out of business. Even though they be going out of business, some of y'all still y'all want Eckers to come back. They ain't coming back. Okay? Still, the process of building new plants or establishing new manufacturing sites can take years. Okay. And while multiple experts told CNN they agree it's crucial to reduce the nation's reliance on other countries for critical medicines, they question whether tariffs are the way to accomplish that. The art of the deal. President Trump, he don't negotiate with tariffs. Y'all like what I did right there? We think that's a crucial thing for us to explore with the administration over the next several years. He's going to be out of office. They're going to run out the clock. That's what this whole little topic right here is about. They're going to wait him out, man. Somebody else going to get credit for that work. Sorry, Don. Okay. This is John Murphy. He's the CEO of Association for Accessible Medicines. What are these associations? I'm a pharmacist and I ain't even heard of half of them. But I'm only in a couple of organizations. That's only because I need CEs, live CEs, which represents generic drug manufacturers. Okay, that's who Association for Accessible Medicine. Okay, they represent generic drugs. That's a long-term proposal, right? We can't build that infrastructure overnight. You can't. But we can lose access to a number of drugs overnight if we're not careful. Okay, this sounds like somebody who's being sensible. The industry is waiting to see whether the U.S. Department of Commerce initiates a so-called Section 232 investigation into pharmaceutical imports, which would enable Trump to impose tariffs in the name of national security. Oh, y'all, it's getting deep. Let me read that again. I told you I'd be late. I gotta read it again so it can soak in. Might have to read it even twice more. The industry is waiting to see whether the U.S. Department of Commerce initiates a so-called Section 232 investigation, okay, into pharmaceutical imports, which would enable Trump to impose tariffs in the name of national security. So what does that mean? Open up an investigation. But what kind of investigation? How could they, what would they be investigating in pharmaceutical imports? Is this some kind of fake job? Fake, they're gonna make up something? That's what it sounds like to me. I ain't hating. I mean, y'all need y'all drugs. I'm on y'all side. I'm with y'all. I need my drugs too. Should be like this on back order. What? I can't do nothing without it. I mean, I could. I'd rather not. That would give drug makers the opportunity to discuss with the administration what's needed to boost domestic manufacturing, such as high reimbursements from Medicare and Medicaid. Okay. But the reimbursement, all right. My company getting bought out. I tell y'all that. They selling to some more people with some names you can't pronounce. Okay. The reimbursement, that's okay, so the company, the pharmacy buys the drug from whatever place. We sell it to you. You buy insurance because you're paying insurance, your employer paying part of it, whatever you're doing, however you getting your insurance, okay? You got it. When we bill your insurance gives us a price. That means if your insurance, you got a drug that's $100. They used to put this on the leaflet. They stopped printing that on there. They stopped printing a lot of stuff on there. It's Pharmacy After Dark. And we just gonna act like a whole lot of people ain't watching this. I'll be telling y'all, it don't be a lot of people, but it be the right people, okay? And they used to put on there, I don't know if this is at all of them. Your drug is $100. We bill your insurance. And it says your insurance save you $75. You pay $25. That's what you pay to the pharmacy. And then that $75, are they going to give us the whole, are they going to give, not us, because I ain't one of them, because this ain't my pharmacy. This ain't my store. I don't own it. I just work here. And they finna stop our profit sharing anyway. How much is the insurance company going to reimburse the pharmacy for selling you this drug for $25 that they bought for $100? Like, okay, we're going to give you $60 back. They don't give them that much back. And the least amount they give them back, especially if your pharmacy, if you're using our pharmacy and it's not a preferred pharmacy with your insurance company, and they're not giving a lot of that money back that y'all saw on my title, eat the cost. These pharmacies, they don't want to just eat the cost. They don't want to eat it. They want the reimbursement. They want really full reimbursement, but they ain't getting it. The more the better. But Medicaid, Medicare, that's what I was trying to tell y'all. When this man, like, he ain't going to get with the drug manufacturers to decrease the cost of the drug. If we could just get it right there. But it costs a lot of money to make some of these drugs because, you know, they real sophisticated. Y'all think y'all just taking a shot or y'all think y'all just swallowing a pill. It's like a whole lot of stuff, you know, to make that. For it to go in your body and for it to do what it needs to do and go to the place it needs to go. Y'all really need to, like, get into it. Like, it's really... The drug game is real interesting, okay? Let's get back. Let's say that again. That will give drug makers the opportunity to discuss with the administration, that's the Trump administration, what's needed to boost domestic manufacturing. What can we do to get a lot of this stuff made here, right here where we're at? They ain't gonna make it here where we at. They ain't gonna do it. It's gonna be too much. It's been going on too long this way. I ain't negative Nancy, but I like to keep it real. Such as higher reimbursements for Medicare and Medicaid, okay? Tariffs aren't going to be the catalyst. because there's already not the investment in the system that's available to put new facilities in the United States. He said, when I tell y'all, I be levels to this. The tariffs can't be like, okay, boom, that's all we needed to get this thing started, to get like these manufacturers back to the United States. Can't start there. We can't just start on level 7. You got to go back to 1. There's already not. That means the way they word this is really crazy, but I think I get what they're saying. It's late, but this sounds crazy. There's already not. Should we say there's no investment in the system that's available to put new facilities in? That means we don't have the groundwork. We don't have like the building blocks, you know? We don't have like the foundation. That's the word. We don't have the foundation to even get started with bringing in these companies, these facilities here in the United States. And I already said, these people don't want these jobs, man. They don't want them. They're not trying to work. Who is? I ain't saying nothing is wrong with people. It's nothing wrong if you don't want to work. I mean, not like a regular job, but you need some way to get your money, okay? And not from me, okay? All right, so I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, y'all. So let's talk about it. Let's get back in the chat. His newest trick could make tariffs more palatable. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. For right now, regulators in the chat. Yeah, we're gonna do. We're gonna mount up. Mount up in the chat. Mount up in the chat. Hold on in the chat. One moment, please, guys. I'm coming. All right. Let's get back in this chat. Who's with me tonight? Y'all see my homegirl right here. I said my little homegirl, but she ain't little, okay? She's the baby. Please say the baby. Giles Nate hit me with the $10 spot. I gotta put in a banner. And shout out again, as always, to my research team. Y'all keep telling y'all. When I tell y'all my research team ain't always on time, I mean that. Nina Simone. She gave us the topic for tonight. She sent me several topics. We can get into all of them. Women taking creatine, all that kind of stuff. We need that, okay? I might even take a little bit of it. Why not? Okay? Shout out to Nina Simone. She gave us the topic for tonight, and everybody else on my research team, everybody who always supporting the channel. You know I love y'all. It's early. LOVEYOU. We love you, and let's all get informed. Let's educate ourselves. Let's learn a little bit more about what's going on. I know we just like some of y'all out here. Some of y'all like, I'm ready for Donald Trump to get in office. He gonna do this. I'm gonna bring more money home on my check because the last time he gave us a stipend. What you call that? He gave us money last time. He gonna give us some money again this time. We ain't getting no money. He raising the taxes. He's putting these tariffs on stuff y'all needs, these goods and services that come from overseas. We gotta work together, even though, we want to act like we big bad, we America, we running the show. We got to play our cards just right, okay? All right. The condemned man, he says, who outside right now? I don't know who's outside right now. This is an in-home studio. And if you watch my content, you know I mostly come on after I come from work. Most of the time, I don't know why I be doing that. I work 8 to 8 today. I always come on after I work a full day. Wonder why I do that. But most of the time, when I work a full day like that, I be off the next day. So yeah, but I'm not outside. What's going on outside? When it's cold outside. Danny Omega, hey, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Welcome back. Cause the man's talking about, he ain't on subject. He said ain't married yet, so he stay outside for work purposes. Of course, you gotta go and build the bag. Yeah. I only go outside to go to work. I only go outside to go to work. I go to the garage and I come back inside. Ain't nothing out there. Okay? He also says, hit the like button for your girl. Why not? Hit it. If you like what you're seeing, if you don't, I get it. Hit thumbs up, hit thumbs down. Say you like it, say you don't. Voice your concerns. What do I always say? Your comments, corrections, suggestions, and your complaints. I love it all. Shout out to me. For those of you coming in here late tonight, Nina Simone, she said she was saving some. Some of what? Some of these leftover pills. Y'all got to get active in my chat. Get active with my poll. Interactive with the poll. I said, if you keep your leftover pills, those antibiotics that our president was talking about, he says, it's a shame we don't have enough of them being made here. When I'm like, it ain't enough of them anyway. It's only a certain amount, certain kinds you can get anyway. And I said, y'all got y'all amoxicillin that you got from your dentist appointments. And you're supposed to have been taking it for, I don't know how many days. Let's say you had a real infection going on, not just this prophylaxis, taking 4 caps before you go in of amoxicillin. You got something you got to take, several days worth, 3 times a day, 4 times a day. It depends on what you're taking. I said, these ones that y'all not finishing that you're supposed to be finishing, what are y'all doing with them? Nina Simone said she's saving some. What was the thing I said after that? I said, where are you saving them at? I asked y'all, where are you saving your pills at? Your leftover pills that you're not taking? Are you saving them in your kitchen drawers? Put a 1 in the chat. If you're saving them in your kitchen drawers. If you're saving them in the cabinets in your bathrooms, put a 2 in the chat. Nina says she's saving some medicine for the next time I'm non-compliant. She's not compliant. But, thank God she's healthy for the most part. She's saving for the next time, and you know where she's saving them at? She's saving them in her bathroom. Nina Simone, we come to your house, and I be going under your cabinets looking for hairspray and stuff. I don't want to see no pills down there, okay? I'll be like, what she got in this bathroom? Let me get my bathroom down. I'll be like, what's up in here? And what is this perfume? It smells really good. Opinions optional. Saving theirs in the kitchen. Okay. Nina Simone says they don't need to go messing with her job, because I asked also, because these drug prices and these contracts and all this kind of stuff, these folks be having, these high level jobs. Nina Simone and Giles and they be like important. We got to check on our 401k. All right. We got to check on that. She said, don't bring her job up and keep her out of it. Okay. Terrell Levon, what's up? It's Penn. She voted. Just got here. Welcome to the chat tonight. What do y'all think about this? Do y'all see all this stuff coming on in the news and just think like, oh, this don't have nothing to do with me? This has nothing to do with me. It's just Donald Trump. He's just, he's on another rant. He's talking about something else, as if something new every day. What is this tariffs? I don't know nothing about no tariffs. What is a tariff? What is that doing? When he's signing these executive orders, what is that doing? Does it have anything to do with me? What it got to do with me? I don't care anything about that, but you should. I know I do. If you care about your money, I need to know about my money. I got things I need to do. Then every time they will give us $5,000, I'm like, man, I need more than $5,000 right now. I'm really like, if y'all selling this company and we can't do no more stock sharing and all that profit sharing stuff, if we can't put no more money in there and y'all stocks going down to single digits at this point per share, I'm like, when I first started working here, this stuff was hundreds of dollars. Hundreds. Now it's down to this. After we just had that situation a couple years ago when I know y'all was balling out of control, it's somebody up there making some poor decisions. Okay? It's somebody making poor decisions up there. Stop buying out all these places. I'm going to tell y'all, it started going downhill with the place I work for. and I hope somebody's watching. When they bought Rite Aid after Obama got out of office, I said it. It ain't been right since. I'm like, buy them for what? Let them just shut down. Then they bought Fred's. Then they sold some of them back. I'm like, what is going on here? What's going on? And then some English company, somebody knew English somewhere. I'm like, well, they done bought them now. Then now they selling out some, and now they supposed to be going private. I don't care. I don't care. I need to go and get my YouTube going. Cause like, man, what y'all talking about? Terrell, this has nothing to do with her. Okay. Thank you for voting on my poll. But so when they doing that, our president say he ain't decreasing the price of these drugs. So when y'all was getting y'all insulin, y'all get it for y'all can buy some of it $25. Whereas 5 years ago, before our president, that was the vice president, became the president, when this current president was the president, and y'all was paying hundreds, almost $1,000 for y'all insulin, we're going back to them prices. So when he said he wasn't going to continue this order or whatever, sign an executive order to keep this kind of stuff, price gouging, whatever stuff, keep that in place where y'all won't be paying all, mortgages for your prescriptions. When he say, okay, we done with that, y'all thought it was just the people trying to get the weight loss drugs. You ain't know it's going to be you too. Now he talking about he gonna put tariffs on pharmaceuticals, and that's gonna do it. We gonna create competition. All that stuff sounds good in theory, but it's like, does this man know nothing about policy? And what were they saying a couple years ago? All this trickle down stuff, like. I'm like, look, they like the stocks. I don't be looking at stuff. I really wasn't paying attention to it like that. I'm just knowing like mine up the little what I got for my job and the little stuff I do. I'm like, okay, we up. That's all. I'm like, whatever. Then I'm like, this stuff dropping mighty fast. This is a straight downward spiral at this point. And I'm like, this affected my 401k. What this stock doing? That's how I was set up at my job. But now I'm like, can we cash it out? Okay, I'll cash out. Can we cash out with no penalties? They the ones messing it up anyway. What y'all think? Let me know. Terrell says also, I love your honest perspectives on what may or may not be going on. Convos many do not want to have if they are aware. They don't want to talk about this. I know. It's hurts. I know sometimes. A lot of times we start talking about that people don't want to talk about. But because I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about this. Almond eyes, almond eyes, almond eyes, cat eyes, almond eyes. I asked you this before. You need to tell me what's the difference between an almond eye and a cat eye. As long as they are mysterious eyes. Which one I got? You got almond eyes? I feel like mine a little bit more open though. Would this be a cat? I feel like a cat go like this. This is an almond. Is this an almond shape eye? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's an almond. Put a 2 if you think it's not. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for getting active in this chat and getting down in the chat. Real girls get down on the floor. Okay? Thank y'all for getting down in this chat. Okay, so what we got coming up next that I'm supposed to be talking about? The floor is always open, guys, for whatever else you want to add to the stream. Let me see. Okay, give me one moment, guys. Let's see what the poll say. It's 50-50. Everybody who coming in, everybody in this chat right now, y'all need to be making a decision on this poll. Okay? Make a decision on that poll. I be losing my stuff. I should be hearing something from y'all by now. Okay. What was my other? Hold on. Okay, this is what it was. Okay, one moment, guys. Are y'all interacting with the poll? Drugs in the bathroom, drugs in the kitchen. Are y'all taking drugs? Taking 1 or more pills a day? Do I take them? I don't take them every day, though. Kind of gotta be like PRN. Probably do need to take it every day. Any questions, corrections, suggestions, complaints? Okay. Hold on. One moment, I'm still here. Y'all stay here, okay? Keep watching. Our president always talking about, he said it's going to be a pause on everywhere except China, okay? He need to go and decide, though. It's like, are you going to put the tariffs up or what? Because people get tired of these empty threats. They be like the Trump who cried wolf, okay? What's it going to be, man? Are you going to put the tariffs on these people? Stop making these threats. And can't he just do that? Like, this man just like he just, whatever he want to do, that's what he does. Is that okay? He don't have to like to get a kind of vote on this stuff or not. Okay, so this is from hold on. Yes. Okay, this is from a couple days ago, but this is what people thinking about what our president started talking about this week. Playing these games. Do y'all think he just bluffing? Do y'all think he playing the game with us? We know he playing this game like a game of chicken with these with the tariffs and with China. Should he be fooling around with China like this? I mean, ain't we ain't scared of China? Are we? I mean, how we feel about China right now? Okay, tariffs hard to come back from. Okay, this is the big pharma boss. They call him pharma boss, pharma daddy. We be like our Pharmaly, but I'm like this Pharma Daddy right here. Okay. The boss of U.S. pharmaceutical giant Eli Lilly has told the BBC that there's no looking back from Donald Trump's decision to impose sweeping tariffs on imports from the rest of the world. In an exclusive interview, David Ricks, he's the boss zaddy, he says he described it as a watershed moment in U.S. economic history. I think it's a pivot in U.S. policy, and it feels like it'll be hard to come back from here. This is what Boss Zaddy say. He also says, Mr. Ricks said he thought it may encourage some companies to relocate some manufacturing. He was doubtful it would also create hundreds of billions in additional revenue for the U.S. promised by President Trump. That's not going to happen. That ain't happening. I pressed the wrong button. That's not going to happen. He also added that the UK's status as a pharmaceutical and life sciences power was in decline. UK? Okay, that's why I'm like, they ain't making that over there. Them drugs getting made in India. I'm telling you because I'm looking at the package. I'm reading it every day. Some of y'all coming to the pharmacy and, well, I always talk to y'all about this placebo effect. And y'all like, my pill is usually a little white round pill. I said, okay. He said, is this the same pill is this the same medicine? I'm gonna look at it. You know, I'm gonna go through the steps for you. Say, yes, this is the same drug. This, it's just made from a different manufacturer, from a different company. So it may look different, but active ingredient, this is the same drug. Some of y'all still don't trust it. And I get it. Because you used to your blood pressure pill being a small round white pill. Now it's an oval yellow pill. You don't trust it. Cool. Some of y'all go and y'all be like, okay, you sure? It's the same drug? I'm like, that's what it say. I'm sure. Ask me again. You sure? Some of y'all say, okay, baby, thank you. I just need to know. I'll be like, okay, that's cool. I ain't mean to waste your time. I say, okay, because that's what I'm here for. You're not wasting my time. You making me earn my check. I'm okay with that. Okay? Ask me. Don't just be out here scared or just not taking the pills because you like, I don't know if they gave me the right thing or not. And people that work with me, I tell these people, when you see a different manufacturer on there, let them know when they get it. Pill may look different, but it's the same drug, okay? But some of y'all go a little further and you say, okay, it's the same drug? Yeah. Then y'all want to know, where was it made? I'm like, what? Who manufactured? I'm like, shoot, hold on. Let me go see. I'm gonna walk over there with the bottle for you because y'all, I'm like, they ask me something else. I don't keep walking back and forth like this. I get my steps every day. I'll be like, oh, this is Watson, who got bought out by activists, or Watson and activists. They the same company now. They together, and they say, well, where are they out of? I'm like, shoot, I gotta open the real package insert. I gotta go look at this thing. I'm like, oh, this is in India. Now, like, I don't want no drugs manufactured in India. I'm like, what? Because I looked that up and they don't be using good manufacturing practices and they got children working over there and they got this and that. I'm like, okay. They say, well, how can I get the pill that I've been had? I'm like, we can't get that one right now. It's on back order. Or it's just unavailable for whatever reason right now. We can't get that one. So we allow substitution when we send to the manufacturer. I mean, when we order these drugs. So this is the one they sent. This is the one they have. You like, then they be like, nope, I'm going to take my prescription somewhere else. Do you think y'all other store got it? They might have something left on the shelf. I'm going to call around. They might even try to get me to call around. But that's when I hit them with, we don't have enough manpower right now for me to be calling around looking for your round white pill. I understand that you want it, you need it, and that placebo. And then when you be up in here like, this is what I need, that's what you need. I don't even be arguing with that, but I don't have time to call around and find it for you right now. But you're more than welcome. And when you find it, just tell them call us and we'll transfer it over the phone. But some of these people, they be like, I don't want no drugs manufactured from there. And they literally will ask you, where was this drug made? And I'm like, man, chill, auntie. But you want what you want. Okay, so where was I? Eli Lilly is a pharmaceutical giant based in Indianapolis. Oh, okay, Indianapolis? That's where they are? Worth 750. What's this? What is this, y'all? Tell me what this money is. Indianapolis, is that in Indiana? Or the United States? I told you I don't know geography. Because I'm like, what is the B in? Is that billion? No, it should be B. I don't know what this is. Somebody in the chat, help me out. Do the translation. Do the conversion. You know what I mean. With 50,000 employees across the United States, Europe, and Asia. What is this? What is this currency? Due to their complex supply chains and the often life-saving products they make, because they make life-saving products at Eli Lilly. Pharmaceutical companies, along with the microchip makers. Let me go back. Due to their complex supply chains and the often life-saving products they make, pharmaceutical companies, along with microchip makers, were temporarily exempted from the tariffs imposed on all products imported into the U.S. They like, play your games. But don't play them with us. This is grown up, this serious business over here. The drugs and the software and the computer microchips, not the potato chips, are serious business. Play your tariff games over there. We handling grown up business over here, life saving business. Nobody gonna be here to buy them kind of products if we don't have the microchips and if we don't have the pharmaceuticals. Okay. But Mr. Ricks seemed in little doubt that tariffs will eventually hit and that this will have damaging consequences for investment in new medicines. He's like, he just talking mess. He just talking. Some people, Yeah, some people just always talking trash, like they always talking out the side of their neck. You be like, you know, and then some people be like, you be like, man, why are they always lying and saying stuff like that? They need to shut up. And then somebody be like, oh, that person is harmless. They always just talking. Oh, I don't pay them no attention. It'd be like, they need to shut up. They need to just shut up. If what they're saying is not important, if it doesn't have any weight, if it's lies, if it's BS, and oh, we just overlook them when they lying and just talking trash, they need to shut up. And that's how I feel about this. I'm gonna do that. That's how I feel about that. They need to shut up. Okay? He's like, oh, I doubt that these tariffs gonna hit. Oh, I doubt this is not gonna have any damaging consequences on, medicine or new medicine. Oh, that ain't nothing. Oh, just overlook that. No, they need to shut up. And they need to stop. I don't care. Because you overlooking and you can let them play with you. But I can't stand people like that. Can't stand it. I hate it, actually. It's like, oh, who ain't nobody thinking about her? She always talking mess. Nobody, takes her seriously. She still needs to shut up then. Okay. He explained drug prices were essentially capped in Europe and the US, which meant the impact of tariffs would be felt elsewhere. We can't breach those agreements, so we have to eat the cost of the tariffs and make trade-offs within our own companies, he said. He's like, drug dealers make deals with other drug dealers. Typically, that would be a reduction of staff or research and development, and I predict research and development will come first. That's a disappointing outcome. He like, we're gonna have to cut the cost somewhere else. Most of the time, it's gonna be research and development that's gonna go first. Even though we need research and development, our president already said we don't have enough antibiotics. How are we gonna make some more? Mr. Rick said he did not support the imposition of tariffs, but understood his intention and respected President Trump's political mandate. We don't support tariffs, to be clear. In pharma, about 70% of global research and development takes place in the United States because they got time and they got money for research and development. I told y'all I used to be doing research. I'm kind of glad that I'm not doing it right now. I thought I was in a more stable job, area, profession, because this is a profession. Don't sleep on that. Because I'm like, they research, they always got to get funding from somewhere. Somebody always cutting the funding, cutting the program. It's always something like that going on. I like a little more, steady, I'm kind of fixed. I like to stay doing what I'm doing. Anyway, but it's always some kind of funding getting cut. And this is a prime example of what I always say, because when they start cutting out, they need to cut back on these departments and, company not making money, first part to go, research and development, because in research, I told y'all it ain't really results driven. I like results. I like to okay, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I got, okay, this is the way we get here. Research and development is like, okay, we working on, this is what our hypothesis is. Let's get back into that kind of talk. And I'm like, we didn't get it. Our algae didn't do the photosynthesis, whatever. I don't know, whatever we using the HeLa cells for at that time. Who even knows? And I'm like, so we didn't get it? They're like, no. I'm like, so it failed. They're like, no, you fail to accept. I told you I always get this confused. I got to see it written down. Fail to accept, fail to reject the hypothesis. It's like, okay, it's never a loser situation. You always just trying stuff. You researching, you get a response. So we know, this is what we got. So we don't want to do that again. That's what we learned in this time, in this round. We learned that what not to do. Or we learned that doesn't work. Let's come up with another idea. Let's just keep trying stuff. Some people don't look at that like it's work. So they cut that department first. Okay, so we're creating the next generation of breakthroughs and cures. Did I read that? But the production is heavily weighted outside the US, and that's not unique to our industry. It happened with electronics and software and other things, Jocelyn A. So I think what this administration is saying is we want both. We want the means of production and we want the research and development, intellectual property generation. Okay, it's the intellectual property. People always stealing my intellectual property. But one thing about me, I'm gonna keep showing up as myself. And if you can't do me in front of me. Because I'm gonna be like, hey, are you doing me? See you. Okay. Eli Lilly. So okay. Eli Lilly are in the process of building a new additional $800 million facility in Ireland that ain't here, where they employ more than 3,000 people. Mr. Rick said that development will proceed. They still moving forward. They building an $800 million facility. Okay. Oh, this is what other people are saying. How do Americans feel about Trump's tariff? We might come back to this. Okay, what's at the end of it? Nope. There's plenty of demand outside the US, so we'd have to look at the flow of goods because we wouldn't want to have to pay tariffs if we didn't need to, but I think for the moment that's fine. But Mr. Rick said that its investment in the UK had been in decline. Stop talking about the United Kingdom and Europe. Where is Ireland in Europe? I'll have been in decline and warned that slow regulation and poor uptake of new medicines threaten the UK's reputation as an important life sciences hub and that patients were missing out on new advances in medicine. Life sciences. I have a degree in biology. That's why I got my bachelor's in. Just in case y'all want to know. Biology, microbiology, which leads me into, microorganisms, pharmaceuticals. See? Y'all welcome. Mr. Ricks said he delivered some candid comments to senior ministers, including the Prime Minister, Health Secretary, and Business Secretary. He told them, candid, like here it is. The UK's advantage is slipping. If you look at the numbers, there's a disinvestment in research and development. It's been on a steady decline. UK, you might want to go and get on board with Donald Trump. Is that what he's saying? So is the UK complacent when it thinks of itself as a life sciences superpower? That's one way to put it. Mr. Rick said countries like Germany spend nearly double of their health budget on medicines. The UK is not a large market, but what it could be is an exceptional market. You need three things to make our industry work: a strong intellectual property system, and the UK is quite good. I don't believe that. You need a regulator. Regulators! I told you I always be ahead of my time. That's timely, efficient, and predictable. Pretty good there as well. But most importantly, you need a commercial market that rewards innovation. And here, there's been significant backsliding. He told them saliva tests may turn tide on prostate cancer. Claim scientists. I feel like this kind of nasty. What are they talking about, saliva and prostate? What? Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. It's getting late. Yeah. All I care about at this point is if they're going to go ahead and let me cash out my 401k, because I wanted to cash with no penalties and nothing else. No taxes, no nothing. Just let me get all of it out of there and then let me go from there, because I just going to just go ahead and redo my studio and go and see us by YouTube and talking to y'all every day. Other than that, even though I do like to go out, I really get a lot of my information from going to work every day. I really do kind of like talking to the people and just seeing what's going on. Okay, that's why I get a lot of my stories at. It's been my life this past so many years. I've been out these past few weekends because we're in competition season. And y'all know my little roommate. Y'all don't know my little roommate. I need to let my little roommate start a YouTube channel, get a TikTok going, because my little roommate, baby, she don't play no games, okay? She's just a man than me, okay? And be like, oh, they living through them kids. I ain't living through them kids because I live too. I live. She lives, okay? I'm just trying to get what she got it. She got the gift. We got to use it. Okay, y'all. So what do y'all think about that? Let me see what y'all did on this poll. Y'all don't want to vote on this poll, Lord. Okay. Taking more than one or more prescription drugs per day. 40% said yes. 60% said no. I'm going to end the poll. I don't have no drug takers in the chat. Y'all don't take drugs, huh? Even if you got drugs, even if you have them, more than likely you're keeping them in your bathroom, right? Keeping them in the bathroom, keeping them in the drawers. Okay. Danielle Mega says Ireland. Yeah, they building a $300 million facility. Is that what the number was? In Ireland. It might have been 800 million. I'm like, where is Ireland at? $800 million. How do Americans feel about Trump's tariffs? Our Congress and Senate is letting us down. That's what Catherine Foster from Florida says. I'm very unhappy. I'm probably a couple of years away from retiring, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to retire. I'm going to be able to retire because where I'm going, I really could quit working right now where I'm going. I am, but I'm going to go and work, I be needing something to do every day. My 401k, her pension scheme is not doing great. It's not doing great. She ain't lying about that. Social Security is on the line, and I don't think the tariffs are going to help Americans standing on the world platform. Trump is not a king. He ain't y'all king. We thought Trump was y'all king. Let me get y'all for Danny, because I be sometimes talk a little reckless and other people don't be want to be around that. I ain't that reckless because I'm still a professional, and I got my own job I need to do. I work too hard to get here to be playing around, okay? But anyway, I got plenty to lose, but whatever. She said Trump ain't they king. And I feel like our Congress and Senate is letting us down, both parties, by not pushing back on these tariffs. Okay? That's what she said. How can I get to the next one? Let's see what this next person. Oh, they got these people talking on here. I tend to be a glass full, half full type of person. She 73 from Maryland. She already at home. I'm worried that he's gonna make other countries hate us for what he's doing. I just think, she said she think he an idiot. And she got a picture on here too. She don't care. I'm gonna just read a little bit of y'all. I tend to be a glass half full type of person, but the president and his ideas are just so crazy sometimes. But my financial advisor, who I really trust, did say that some of Trump's plans are good and good for the finance market. It gives me a little bit of hope, I guess. She like, at this point, I don't even know if I trust the financial advisor. I thought they knew what they were talking about. Okay. This is Gloria, 77 from Washington, D.C. It means, excuse me, y'all. It means less money that I have coming in. What I'm trying to do is stock up on food because I think things are going to get really, really bad as far as shipping. Food is the one thing that you can't really cut from your budget. What? I don't normally eat canned foods, but I thought it was smart to save up. I'm also putting meat in the freezer. That sounds like doomsday prepping. Is that what we need to be doing? I'm from a little small town. I mean, if they stop shipping food from wherever, I'm gonna be all right. We gonna eat. Probably gonna be eating fish anyway. Man, you can go fishing anytime, man. They ain't shipping that for me. These white perches and these brims. I can eat some of them right now. Y'all eat brims? If you're in the chat and you eat brims or you fishing and you getting brims, send me some. Okay? Oh, I wasn't through with this. I thought I was at the end. Oh, wait, yes, I did. I did read that. I was going to pull it back up for nothing. All right, y'all, let's open up the floor. The floor's wide open for you. Come and talk to me. Am I going to drop the link? What time is it? It's 11:33. I really want to meet you. Can I talk to you? I ain't going to open up the floor. I'm not going to open it up. But if you got some things you want to add to the stream, go ahead and drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat, whatever you like to say. I will let y'all come up tonight, but it's already late. It's getting late. Why you gotta be here? Okay. Let me see what else I had. I don't think I have any more updates. I want to get on here tonight, y'all, because I do be taking a long time to get back on here. But I told y'all we've been in competition season, so we've been out of town every weekend, these past few weekends. So and she be winning now. Platinum, 5-star premiere, solo. Okay. What else y'all got? What else I got? Main concern right now is, can I go ahead and get this money out of this 401k? Because the stocks is dropping and money's going down. It's like thousands of dollars a day. I'm like, I ain't gonna look at it. I ain't gonna look at it today because I don't want to look at it today. May I go ahead and I look at it? I'm like, pulling up the app on my phone. I'm like, what the hell? Then they be sending us them emails at work. And we're like, okay, we ain't doing this no more. It's like, well, what the hell we doing? If we ain't doing this no more, what are we doing? Okay? What the hell are we doing if we ain't doing that? Y'all ain't giving us no money for that? Y'all ain't matching that? Y'all stopping that? I got all that for something else. I hate change, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, I hate change. I mean, I get ready for change. I go along with change. I will. But I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, so I'm like, man, shoot. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next. We'll see how it goes. But if we don't have anything else, y'all, I'm out here playing around. At this point, I'm talking about stuff I want to talk about. We open up the floor, talk about different stuff. If y'all have any issues with, billing your drug cost, any concerns that you'd like to ask me about, I'm not your pharmacist, but some of these questions I can't answer. Okay? I guess y'all like, you ain't letting us come up. And what is this about the stock? It'll be okay. It's going to be all right. Whatever happens, eventually, it'll be all right. Even though they taking our money, even though they playing with our money in our faces, even though some of y'all think this stuff don't have nothing to do with y'all, it got a lot to do with you. And you going to see it now or later. You be like, all of a sudden, you guys start taking prescriptions. And you're like, dang, this stuff high? And then I'm like, yeah, I got to get to it with people every day about this. So I guess, we just keep hope alive while we can. Do I have anything else I want to tell y'all? Y'all know I be printing out my little notes over here. I'm doing ads too for dance. Jocelyn A., you didn't respond to my text message, the group message. I just saw you. And tell your other sister too. And the other one. Thank you, Nina Simone, who contributed to. She also contributed to the channel. I got your Cash App earlier. Let me go ahead and, I got your Cash App. Nina Simone did send me a Cash App. This was prior to the stream. $125. Thank you. You did. Thank you for that, Nina Simone. Jocelyn A., I'll be waiting on yours. And whoever else wants to contribute to the stream, to sponsor anything, send it in the Cash App. Hold up. Let me put this banner up, okay? And you ain't got to send it today. If you want to send it Friday or whenever y'all want to send it, contribute to the stream, okay? And the ads, whatever. Either way, it comes to me. I get it. Boom. Oh, let me do this before I shout out to the Wrench Turner. He was a sponsor last stream. Thank you, Wrench Turner. And thank you to all my big time supporters that always supporting me. I'm gonna go and put you in, Jocelyn A, because you supported during the stream. Jocelyn A. But our big dog, who gave us the stream for tonight, gave us the stream, the topic for tonight, and also gave us 125 booms, okay? And if you don't know what that is, them dollar bills. Thank you, Nina Simone. Yes, for the Cash App. That's the immediate, money. I get that right now. I got that right away. Hold on, y'all. Let me put something special by Nina Simone name. You special too, Jocelyn, and everybody else that come in my chat. Y'all all special, okay? Y'all know I wouldn't be here without y'all, because I'd be like any day now quitting. I ain't gonna never quit. I'm gonna come back on here, okay? I'm gonna always come back on here. But I still gotta get my day job for now. Y'all supporting me. They ain't acting right. Whoever they are. YouTube. All right, let's do that right there. Bam. Thank you, Jocelyn A. and Nina Simone. Sponsor, supporters of today's stream. What does it say? Life is short. Keep your addictions. As I always say, this is not me telling y'all to go out and, get some bad habits. This is not me doing that. This is not what I'm doing. I'm not doing that. I am telling you, however, you got one life to live. You might as well enjoy it. Do what you want to do. One thing about me, nobody controls me, Bobby, and everybody knows that. And if they don't know, they better ask somebody. That's not me saying that either. That was Whitney Houston. That's what Whitney said. Nobody controls me, Bobby. Everybody knows that. And it's like, what am I doing anyway? I'm not doing nothing. I ain't hurting nobody, okay? But if you live your life, stop. People be trying to control you. People be trying to put you in a box. You don't have to be in that box unless you want to be in the box. Be in it. But other than that, do what you want to do, man. Do what y'all want to do. Do whatever you want to do, whatever it is. As long as you ain't hurting nobody else. You hurting yourself, that's your choice. That's on you. Okay? Keep your addictions. I.e., do what you want to do. Now, if you want something, you need to go and quit it. If it's like affecting your health. Now, let's do that. I got to go and, be professional when I say that. If you got some bad habit that's affecting your health, don't do that. Try to quit it. But, everybody need a little happiness however they can get it. Everybody got their vices. Whatever it is. All right, y'all. I've done it enough. But like I said, and also the Cash App is in the banner, and other ways to support the stream are in the description box. Do y'all ever read my descriptions? I always put a good description on here. I know some people be reading it because they say the same stuff that's in my description box. I know y'all be reading it. Y'all keep up. For real. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Nina Simone, thank you. Jocelyn A, thank you. Danny, thank you. Almanize, thank you. Terrell, thank you. Opinions, thank you. Condemned Man, thank you. Thank you all. Jocelyn A. When you have so few people in the chat, you can thank them all. I'm just saying. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and shut it down. I think I talked about everything we need to talk about tonight. Like I said, check out the description box. Catch it on a replay game. And remember, this is always filmed in front of a live chat audience. I love to say that. I got that from a live chat audience. I told y'all before, and I'm gonna tell you again. It's always LOVEYYOU. I love you. I love y'all. I say y'all because I told you, when I say love you, it be feeling like it's real. I mean, it's real, but not like that. Unless you. Okay? Till next time, guys. I'll be back. There's always something coming up that we can discuss here in the chat. Catch the replay for those of you who haven't. And I'll see y'all next time. What do I always say? These prescriptions, they keep piling up. These phones, they never stop ringing. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. All right? Good night. Bye.